Hi guys, welcome to a new video. So today we'll take a look on a pretty interesting game from the Scouring that we played yesterday on the Scouring stream. And as you can see, it will be the 8-player game on the 8-player map, but it will be a really interesting format because if we take a look on the players, you can see that we are playing format 2v3v3. So my team has a little bit of a disadvantage. I'm playing here with Master Moist, who is one of the fans from the Twitch stream. Then we have Urakar and Potato with Overlander. Then this Russian player, C1000Q and Panther. So this will be the teams, and we are starting here on the right corner. This is me, and then we have Master Moist right next to me. The other team is here on the left side or on the top, and the last team is down here. So everyone is kinda next to each other. These two players are a little bit further away from their teammates, so that actually at least a little bit balances out the disadvantage that we have here with Master Moist, because we have one less player in our team. So let's just start it. As you can see, this game is over 1 hour long, so definitely will be pretty interesting, and I will definitely show you the power of the orc race here, because as you can see I'm playing orcs. I don't do this too often, but on this particular stream I decided to play mostly orcs. So I don't know if we played like 10 games, and probably at least in 8 of them I played orcs, including this game. My ally is also orc. Master Moist almost never play humans, so that's pretty clear. Here we have Potato with human, Urakar also with human, and their ally Overlander also with humans, and the other team also has 3 humans. So we are just playing 2 orcs against 6 humans. At least you'll easily recognize who is who. Here we are agreeing on some strategies, so Master Moist is gonna go for some warriors, providing some defense and early pressure, while I'm going for the Muncher strategy. So we are opening with barracks with 6 workers, and going immediately for the clan hall upgrade to Bastion, and of course making 1 farm down here. You don't need more than 2 workers there, so that should be fine. So let's see what our enemies do. Here we have Potato going for some early swordsman, Urakar going for early quick knights. So they have basically the same strategy as we have, just with the other race. But of course they still have at least extra 1 ally here, who is going for early barracks, or I mean not early barracks, but he built the barracks. We don't see any units yet. Also some AFK peasants here, so this guy probably wasn't the best player, but yeah, he doesn't have a rally point on the town hall, so he has to manually bring it somewhere. Also he's going for the reserved bows. Not sure how that's gonna work this early, but I guess he's scared of getting crushed by this guy, who is also struggling with food a little bit. He created few units, now he's going for town hall upgrade. So yeah, these guys kinda separated from everyone else, but both of them are struggling a little bit. This guy doesn't have any units, and this player is struggling with food, so I think that's kinda balanced. Then we have these 2 players on the top. The yellow player actually going for archers, and then hopefully the green player, probably the strongest one on the enemy team, going for the swordsman opener, killing the wolves here on the left. Master Moist also immediately clearing this wolves den. For now just spamming more warriors. I'm already finishing my Muncher cave at 2 minutes 40 seconds, so we should be able to bring the first Muncher out of our barracks at the 3-minute mark, which is really important. And take a look. As you can see, Urakar is right behind me, or maybe even a little bit ahead, basically at the same time. Yeah, so that should be pretty much the same thing. Yeah, he has 1 knight, I have 1 Muncher. The only other guy who went for that is the white player, but he just upgraded the fort, but didn't really make stables, so I'm not sure what's the strategy there. Making 2nd farm. And yeah, Master Moist decided here to go for 2nd barracks, which is really important, because now you'll have even faster production. And since he didn't invest into lumber mill or the Bastion upgrade for clan hall, or anything else, smithy, whatever, he can just use the resources he has, even from the 1 base, for double barracks, so really good. I'm of course staying on one barracks because I needed to invest way more resources to other infrastructure, and now we kinda agreed on this strategy that he's going to provide defense for me because he has lots of small units that he can spread around, defend his base and also my base, and I don't have to waste any expensive Munchers at home, and I can bring all of them into offense and start clearing the neutrals, which will be really important. And we also want to gain some levels for the Munchers really early on. So first I go for this camp. It's just 3 wolves, pretty easy to kill, pretty easily accessible, and wolves are just the easiest thing to take down with Munchers, so we just went for that. This guy's also clearing some wolves here. Same Urakar and Potato, who is actually going for a sawmill. Pretty interesting position because there are no trees. I would probably place it closer to here, from one or the other side, or even just here. This is just not too effective. There's like 1 tree here, but after that it's already too far away. Also, he's struggling with food a little bit. He should definitely make another farm and start getting some neutrals. We are clearing another wolves den here. Bandits are also okay, but they usually escape to the outpost, so you can't usually get any kills on them. Master Moist unfortunately had a shadow here, so some skeletons spawned, but should be able to take them out. Maybe he'll lose a warrior, not sure if he will notice this. He actually managed to kill the skeleton soon enough, and now I'm going for the middle, trying to steal the trolls here, which actually kind of worked. There is Spencer, who is also coming with archers, but I should be able to kill at least this 1 troll. Unfortunately, yeah, looks like maybe he already killed this troll on the top, and there is just 1 left here. But yeah, he went on this side, so I managed to kill the troll, but he kinda sent a volley of arrows at my Munchers. Fortunately, he didn't kill anything. I survived on 4 HP here with the level 2 Munchers, so that was really important, keeping the value there. The white player here is also killing some neutrals. The blue player rather just making some more infrastructure. Doesn't have too many units. Seems like there some peasants died actually. He was trying to build smith early in the front, the yellow player. And he lost the peasants there. We see second barracks here. Not keeping any units at home, so he has to constantly return. The smartest thing when you have swordsmen, you can easily keep like 2 of them here and then go for some neutrals. And as you can see, yeah, we are still doing this strategy. Master Moist is protecting me with the warriors. I think there is small shadows here, so sometimes there is a skeleton coming from here, but then I just notify him. He just needs to send one warrior there. So yeah, there is Potato now. I'm meeting him with my Munchers. I also wanted to steal all the neutrals here and potentially prepare for the expansion, even though it's kind of dangerous position. And now we'll have a first air encounter here, bringing the swordsman onto my Munchers. Unfortunately, he also had some good levels there, and he had lots of them. Even the Munchers are actually struggling with actually defeating him. He's getting some nice resources from these skills. Because even if I get 30 for a swordsman, so even if I kill 3 of them, actually now 45. Not actually, I think it was 30. Maybe you get more for leveled up ones. But if it's 30 and he gets 100 for my Muncher, then even if I kill 3 of them, he still gets more resources. But we gained level 3 for this Muncher, then we have 3 other level 2s and some level 1s, and we still killed a decent amount of his units. If it was a pure 1v1, I could probably finish him, get some levels there, but now I would just retreat like this, buy potions, take all of this and rush him. Pretty easy win. If he doesn't go offensive himself. But of course this is a different scenario. I knew that he has some allies there as well. I didn't know where Urakar is. Of course I didn't even know about the spawns. They didn't necessarily have to spawn next to each other as they did. But fortunately it happened, so that at least made the game pretty fun, interesting and balanced. Unless he's taking the outpost, really important. It's a strong defensive position, and mainly it will be giving us some information about the vision on this spot, which is definitely gonna come really handy later on. Or even now if they decided to push us. Of course we shouldn't be the biggest threat, we should be weaker than other teams because we have 1 less player. But it could be still possible that the other teams might try to rush us. So that might be a problem, that is why we want to have the vision. So this guy now cleared this expansion, got the resources from the troll there. I'm going for second barracks finally as well, and also making logging camp, because I just knew that no one is rushing us, at least for now. The game is probably gonna go for quite a long time, and I was struggling with wood a lot, even though I had like 10 workers on wood already. So then you of course want to get a logging camp if you skip it in the beginning, because it will provide you 50% wood income increase. So it was definitely worth it. Also it was a good position for wood drop-off point on this location for these trees, which we wanted to destroy to connect our bases. So that's overall really valuable to place the logging camp here, and I left the space for it before. Masterminds fortunately prepared some really good barricades here, so even though now this guy is trying to push him with the swordsman, we have lots of time to actually send some units here. Also, he has full barracks of archers, so extremely powerful, immediately forcing him back. And we already had our armies prepared here. Unfortunately now I'm struggling a little bit with food, so we'll have to resolve that problem. At the same time, Urakar is already in the middle with the knights, and also taking an expansion here, while also taking this outpost. So yeah, they have definitely pretty good map control. They also have this outpost. The other team is a little bit more reserved. This guy is trying to pressure us a little bit, but outside of that they have only one outpost here. White player, he doesn't have much, now going for stables finally. Yellow player at least has like 6 knights with some archers. Only like 4 less knights than Urakar, but way more archers. Well, I mean, lots of archers. Urakar doesn't have a single archer. But also Urakar invested into the expansion, so that depends. Of course, we have the most units in terms of the strong units, and also have good levels there. I would easily delete these knights. Now I decided to scout the middle. It was kinda lucky for them, I would say, because I would probably kill them. That they escaped right at that exact second. Both Urakar and Panther, each into different direction, but I just wanted to see if there are no expansions in the middle. That's the thing we wanted to keep track on. Finally, we also have some workers here, so we should be able to keep a vision on this river during the night, hopefully. The weak point of this spot. And now I also checked this expansion to make sure that no one has this. Now we see some nice fighting here between the blue and white player. It looks like Urakar is actually going to come to help him, but also Panther is coming there. So yeah, but unfortunately the blue player already lost basically everything. The cannon here did a lot, and also the archers on the barracks. Overall, let's take a look on the blue player. He has lots of resources, he's not spending effectively at all. The white player, yeah, he has also lots of resources, but also way more food. So he has really a lot. But I don't think Urakar can hold this. The yellow player has basically the same amount of knights, while also having lots of archers together with the white archers here. So it's definitely not looking too good. At least reserved bows doing some work. Yeah, you can see Masterminds now decided to go for expansion on the top, and I'm taking an expansion down here. We of course didn't know that fight is happening here, but we scouted it, we took map control, no one was there, so it kinda made sense for us to take it. Yeah, Urakar now sacrificed all the knights here for nothing. Of course he tried to save his ally, but it was already lost. Yeah, the yellow player would push it alone at this point, and there was also still the white player, and now also the last player from the enemy team came here. At the same time, kinda big mistake that they still didn't take this expansion. They had the map control from the beginning, since they have this spawn. It was much riskier for us, for my team, because both of the expansions we are taking now are in front of our bases, right next to the enemies, but this is hidden in between them, same as Urakar had this. So they should have definitely taken this. Not sure about like their resources. Yeah, they definitely have enough resources for it. But yeah, one player now got destroyed. Of course, we had no idea still where he is. I kinda knew that Potato and Urakar team is down here, because I fought with Potato's swordsman in the beginning. Potato is the orange player. So I kinda knew they were here, and the other team is on the top, but I didn't know the exact positions of the other players. But since this player died, I was kinda expecting him to be on the side here. And Urakar being in the middle, it would be weird if the player who died was in the middle. But yeah, now night is starting. Looks like everyone is kinda retreating to their homes. Everyone is going for knights at this point. The white player maybe doesn't have any knights yet, but he already has stables. This guy is swapping from swordsman to knights, and this guy's also going full knights from the archers. While Urakar was going knights immediately from the beginning, now even has a church already. Kinda interesting. Not sure if it's really worth it to build smithy, castle, and church and heal if we have only like 5 knights. But of course it will eventually probably gain the value if he doesn't die. He's saying that it's not looking too good for them. Yeah, Mastermo is now getting pressured a little bit, but he already immediately made a nice defense here with barracks and double barricades line. And they have the expansion, I mean he's making the expansion behind it. And I'm also making barracks here for some defense. I first made the expansion, but I had lots of units here that I was confident with to defend it with. Unfortunately, I'm afraid there are still some shadows here, so maybe we'll have to deal with some skeletons from behind. Also many units died here, so I think there will be lots of skeletons. But my expansion is protected from all sides by the Munchers. Here we set up some archers, just for some slight defense. Of course I also have forge prepared, and already citadel. Now we are going for altar, so at 15 minutes we are going for the tier 3 upgrade to unlock the ability for our Munchers. This guy already has a church as well, as we said, Urakar 2. This guy is going for castle upgrade now. And this player, I see castle but I don't see church yet. So probably doesn't have that yet, but he doesn't have too many knights. Only just few here. Well, nothing of course interesting is happening now. Everyone is playing pretty defensively because of the knight. I'm also not really trying anything. Of course now it's a different scenario. It's no longer 3v3v2 but 2v2v3. So there's not one weaker team and the other ones are the stronger ones, and that's the standard. Now the standard is 2-player team and one team has an advantage of an extra player. And yeah, maybe the blue player was a little bit weaker, but all 3 players in this team are actually pretty solid. They have decent armies. Maybe now struggling with food or something, but yes, expansion. White player is also now taking this base, so they will have stronger economy overall. They will have, of course, the extra player, which is a huge advantage. And they also gain lots of levels from all the kills. Now they now have major map control, so they are also killing lots of neutrals during the night. Overall, they just have a huge advantage. But we cannot sleep on the threat of the other team as well. They can still try to push us. As you can see, Potato is going mass archers now, which is kinda interesting. Now you can see he's maybe even trying to push me a little bit. Fortunately, I had the Munchers prepared here, but they could still die. I don't have potions on them. They have really good levels, which is pretty bad that I will probably lose them. I lost a level 2 Muncher. Level 3 will hopefully escape. But now I'm coming with all the Munchers I have here, yeah, so he will have to escape, otherwise he will just die on open field. Of course, once he retreats to his defensive structures, I don't necessarily want to push into that. I could have taken all of my Munchers and destroyed his economy. That would for sure work and set him back. But as I said, I didn't know what the other guy had. Yeah, Urakar doesn't have too many units. He probably wouldn't push me, but I didn't want to risk it. Also, that is the weaker team, so we don't necessarily want to fight them. But yeah, as you can see, now they tried to push me, so there is still this threat. And I can't really come here to Mastermoist to help him too effectively. Even though now he's getting pushed by 2 players. The white player is playing really defensively in this game. But yeah, you can see the yellow player, ton of knights, while the other guy has cannons and swordsmen. Plus few knights behind it as well. I was making some barricades now as well, or barriers. Barricades, yeah, barricades, same as Master Moist. Just for some protection against the archers, because they cannot destroy them. They can still shoot the workers here, but outside of that, nothing too important. I needed to keep the farm here to have vision during the night. And now you can see we have like almost 1200 food. Master Moist has 950. He's losing some units here, now even getting sieged by the cannons. This player who is just attacking here has also 900, and the yellow player over 1000. Yeah, so looks like we are definitely the strongest army now, which is really good. Now there is a huge massacre between these 2 players. But as you can see, the yellow player is coming here, and I immediately decided to go to help Meistermois finally. And fortunately scouted this yellow army in a really nice spot, because now we can surround them. I'm not sure, yeah, I already have the enrage ability is called. No, rage is rage, and I forgot to cast it a little bit, so I cast it a little bit later, but it was still enough, even though he already had heals as well. But as you can see, Munchers will just punch through the knights pretty easily like this. And now he's only the archers, which I should be also able to really easily take down. So this was lots of kills for me, which also made sure that Meistermois was only 1v1 there. Unfortunately, there is immediately Potato as well with Urakar, so now we are immediately facing the other team, which is totally crazy. Now we are literally fighting 2v4, at least the white player is not here, but Meistermois is fighting 1v1 with this guy. I just killed one guy, and now other two players are potentially attacking me here. So we will see if they will actually come or not. But they should also realize that we are not the one with the advantage, but it's the other team with 3 players. So they should be the bigger threat. I think they could potentially try to maybe, especially now, when the yellow player and green player wasted all of their units. Of course, I don't know, Potato and Urakar, I didn't know this, but if they somehow predicted that, they could have easily pushed the white player now. They would really easily push it with all of these units, and they could take the base of their ally back, at least push this and take this, or even just push his main base and take, actually no more resources here, but yeah, definitely this could have been pushed really easily. They lost their ally and kinda gave up on that position instead of actually trying to secure it. Of course, you don't want to necessarily push 2e3 back into them, but since these fights are happening here, it would definitely help them a lot. The green player now got also shields, which is helping him a lot against these cannons and archers. Overall, yeah, seems like Meistermois will repel this attack, which is good. Also, Meistermois has 2 bases fighting against the green player with only 1 base, so he should potentially have a resource advantage here, making the 1v1 easier for him. We have some okay levels here, but not too many Munchers have levels anymore. Urakar now has probably bigger army, since he didn't have to fight the whole yellow army. But yeah, now basically everyone has 2 bases except orange and green. And yeah, this was really lucky. He was just standing in the middle, not paying attention, and I managed to run there with my Munchers, just scouting the middle. And we slaughtered his whole army totally for free without losing a single unit, maybe even HP. Maybe this guy lost some HP. But it was really good. Now I faced Urakar's army, the knights here. They have some support here from the ranged units, but I still decided to go into this fight and just slaughter the knights, because I knew that he shouldn't have any leveled up knights. I think either me or someone. Actually no, not me. The white player killed them in the beginning together with yellow, when Urakar was trying to defend his ally, which I didn't know, but I still kinda saw that he has no levels on the knights, so I decided to push into them. With rage, it was a really easy push. Unfortunately, that is the yellow player again, so I just slaughtered the yellow army, then orange army, now the red army, and now I have to fight the yellow army again. So it's like 4 armies right after another. So yeah, of course I will at least retreat a little bit from the yellow army, so I don't have to fight it immediately right here. I try to force it towards my buildings into narrow space like this. I can utilize the high damage, and yeah, I decided to retreat actually. Unfortunately, yeah, Meistermois now got over-pushed by this player. Still not sure how. As I said, it was a 1v1, and Meistermois should have more resources from the 2 bases. But somehow the green player managed to do that. Also, white player actually attacked from the left, so that's even more. But yeah, we are still killing the yellow army here, so Urakar and Potato don't have to deal with that. This is my problem now. So yeah, now we actually slaughtered 4 armies indeed. Unfortunately, Meistermois lost the base, so now I will have to move to the other side of the map and fight another player. I believe the only player I haven't fought against yet was the white player, who slaughtered lots of things here, basically all the peasants on the expansion of Urakar, but he was forced back. Also, he's constantly keeping really strong defense at home during throughout the whole game, so he has way more units here that he could have used for the push to potentially deal some extra damage or even destroy them. Probably not through the army, but at least it's through the expansion. But he's just constantly keeping it at home for defense, so probably not gonna push much. Massimo is saying me that he had knights and cannons, so that should be easily pushable by the Munchers. We are going for that. He's immediately trying to take the expansion, which we kinda expected, so I just knew that I have to stop that. Unfortunately, I don't have any defense now, so I'm trying to make some new Munchers for protection at home during the night, but this will be a big problem. We haven't harvested the trees out yet, which we need to do, and then place some buildings there, so we have like a vision of this whole block, like actually Master Moise has here already, but on my side there was more trees. So there will be some small shadows everywhere, and also skeletons will be spawning in those locations, so that will be really difficult. But yeah, the main priority now was to come here, push through the enemy units, really quickly kill them, and of course stop this expansion and ideally unlock the possibility for Master Moise to take this again. So he not just doesn't lose this advantage, but also gets it back. Potato tried to make an expansion in the middle, but he didn't have much protection there, so skeletons totally decimated him. And now you can see I'm struggling at home with the undead attacks. Just producing really quickly. I have lots of resources, and as you can see, 1400 food. I'm afraid no one else will have this, but we can check that. Urakar. Okay, almost 1300. That is also kinda decent with army. 700 for the green player. Potato, almost 900. Same for Master Moise, white player. Okay, he has the most, 1600. And Panther almost 1000. Yeah, so 1600 for the white player. Is definitely the strongest army. Here I was just destroying some last units of the green player and the yellow player. We are kind of pushing 1v2 here. I just decided to see what I can do, since I had a really strong army and I knew that they will continue pushing us and this is the stronger team, so it was just worth it to invest potentially some units and everything into pushing them a little bit. So I just ran even under their towers. I didn't really worry about it too much. It's some archer damage, but overall we just needed to kill all the knights on the ground, and as you can see, giving me a ton of resources. I didn't lose much. I mean, I lost maybe half of my army, but I killed way more units. And now if we can get on the enemy economy, that would be even better, of course. I think this was a mistake. I shouldn't have been hitting the barracks at all. I should have just taken all the Munchers immediately like this and run into the enemy economy. There is few more archers here, but not too important. At least we need to force them away to retreat to the castle. So he starts losing the food really quickly, he has 0 income, and even if we don't kill the peasants, he'll start starving, so that's definitely good. This player is also struggling with the night enemies a little bit. I already kinda secured it. I have a huge army of Munchers at home again. Now the white player came, which I wanted to finish the castle, but it's not really possible. Now the white player came, as I said, and there's a huge attack. Unfortunately for him, at the same time Urakar pushed him with his knights. But unfortunately for Urakar, there is so much defense still, because the white player only sent his knights away. Actually finished the castle. So yeah, now basically everyone is fighting with everyone. Also Master Moise came to help me. Yeah, but as I said, Urakar won't push anything against these archers on the towers. That's just too strong. I am probably gonna just escape with these few Munchers that I have left here. Master Moise, I don't think he should have pushed here with me, because he didn't have much anyways. And yeah, the cannons were good to siege down the archers. Unfortunately, since the white player came, it's just too much, and I think now he will lose all of his cannons, which will be really strong. Would be really strong for defense, which is something he was struggling with before. I think it will be just more value if I push this alone. But yeah, fortunately we totally slaughtered the economy of the yellow player. He still has expansion, but at least he'll have problems with food a little bit. I want 1600. White player fell a lot to 1400. Basically everyone fell. Yeah, now we should have definitely the strongest army on the map. White player is trying to push on Master Moise again. The cannons should have been on the barracks, but probably wouldn't change much, to be honest. Potato now taking control of the middle, making the town hall there, upgrading it to fort, gathering in the first base there. I needed to regroup a little bit. As you can see, I have insane amount of Munchers, but I just needed to regroup them a little bit by some potions, just prepare overall for something. And I'm not sure if I'm going to... Yeah, I'm going this way with few Munchers. and the rest of my army from this side. Also making sure that no one can come through here, because otherwise I'll just catch them on the way. Also making it impossible for the enemy to retreat, because I'm attacking him from two sides there, which is always really good. We are forcing him to a closed end with the enraged Munchers. Should be pretty easy. The green player doesn't have much of anything remaining. He doesn't have income basically. Was the one player that didn't have expansion. Also Potato didn't have expansion, but now he took it in the middle. So we're slowly catching up. But it was kind of obvious that we also need to take care of the middle, so I think I will give them a visit there pretty soon. White player already has new knights, so he isn't in much of a trouble. Mastermoist has few units, but I'm not sure if we can repel like anything in terms of these knights. And here I finally decided to take a look on the middle, but I'm not sure if I want to push into this. Seems like I won't, okay. So just take all of our Munchers, rush into these knights. I have way more Munchers now, also better levels, and probably potions on everything, which Urakar doesn't have at all. He's not buying potions, so that's really easy for me. I just totally delete that, also the archers. And yeah, this is important, because we got even more levels from this and resources, and maybe we need to destroy this, because I will need these bases later on once we get even better map control. And I don't want anyone to drain the resources here, so we want to stop this as soon as possible. So we don't want the team on the bottom to recover. They should be behind since they lost an ally, so we want to keep them behind for as long as possible. Mastermind is finally re-establishing his base again for like the third time or something. I'm going for a slight push, also finally swapping to some Munchers as well. Unfortunately, there is still two of the enemy players there. White player has insane army here. I'm going for this push, 1600 food. Yeah, 1700 is still for the white player, he's somehow still ahead. But we go for another push together with Mastermoist now. A really nice push, 2v2. Of course, I just decimated the whole army of the red and orange players, so we don't have to worry about them too much. Here we just go nice 2v2, and the white player is actually pushing on the other team, so that's ideal. And as you can see, we totally destroyed their armies. Now we just need to destroy the buildings here. And at the same time I immediately took my workers and sent them to the middle to start taking map control and gathering the resources there, building it between the two gold field piles, so we can gather with just one clan hall from two at once effectively. So first we take down the barracks to destroy the archers there, which are the offensive threat. I think the white player could have tried to save them. If they fought actually 3v2 in terms of armies, they might have had a chance, especially if they utilized all the defensive structures they had there. If he just came there now to fight a 1v2, I don't think he would win. Instead he's just standing here, kind of preparing for an attack, but not actually pushing anything, and Urakar already drained this base anyway. Now he's trying to transfer to the middle, but a little bit too late, I already have it here under control. We are making barracks, sending some new Munchers there. Just finishing this player. Yeah, Mastermoist is taking care of this guy, even though I think I will let Mastermoist finish this, because I will need to retreat, I don't know. Yeah, we just destroyed the yellow player, Panther. He surrendered, so we don't have to finish his buildings, which is good. He had still some archers there, so that will just waste our time. Essentially units, but yeah, Mastermoist should be able to push this, because this guy doesn't have income anymore. And overall, there is not much more income on the map remaining. Somehow Potato still has his main income, the starting one. So he's getting some resources there. Mastermoist has this base, which is really good. I'll also drain this. There is this base that is under control of the yellow player still, but we just need to wait for that to disappear, and we should be fine. And then the main income is just in the middle, which I have under control now, so that's really good. Now I decided to push on these players, because we just finished two guys from this team, so now I need to come back to this team, who was in a disadvantage from the other team for the majority of the game, since they had one less player, but now they have one more player. So this is the priority now. Send the ogres here, walk through their base. They have really strong defense here. Potato has 3 defensive structure points. Yeah, I guess the white player wanted to take this, but Yeah, he's actually destroying the castle there of his ally. Or maybe whatever that was. Little calls it GG, but he's not gonna leave here. Yeah, Urakar started gathering my resources here, but I have Munchers there, so I should take care of that pretty soon. Yeah, I will definitely lose lots of units here. It wasn't nice. I needed to finish him because he could still recover somehow, even though he didn't have income, he could still farm during the night, especially with so many archers, and potentially be a threat for me, so I wanted to finish him, at least make it so it's 2v1v1. But I definitely lost lots of Munchers here, way more than I wanted to. Now night is starting again, so we need to spread our Munchers across our base again, some stronger defense. Master Moise nicely finished this guy. Unfortunately, there's the white player again, and I think he will spot him and just follow him with the knights. And I think more interesting here, we just finished the building there. So yeah, Master Moise will unfortunately lose most of his units here, and now his expansion is unprotected, so I think he will lose that again. That will be, I don't know if he lost it 6 times or whatever during this game. Totally crazy. But at least I have full control of the middle. We have 2 clan halls, but basically 4 bases, since we are gathering from all the sources. I just don't have too many workers here yet. I'm also losing some workers around the map now, maybe even some guys on the farms, so we'll be struggling with food, especially when I have so many resources from the kills and I'm constantly pumping that into new units. Then I really need to somehow support it with the food, and that's usually a problem. I think Gorakar managed to steal some gold here from me, but now I finally put a stop to that. White player still has a really strong army. I am on almost 1800, he has almost 2000, so I don't know how he's getting so many resources to make such a big army when he doesn't even have income, and I have 4 incomes, but okay. Somehow he's managing to do that still. And also he's making a combination of archers and knights. Many archers at home, definitely. Some even in defense, sorry, in offense. Now I'm going heavily into minus with food. Present started swarming me from all sides, so that's a bit of a problem. Master Mouse is saying the expo is gone. So yeah, that's a problem, but the white player shouldn't be able to establish a base here. Just too far away from his starting point. Yeah, here I mean, now I took all of my Munchers to take care of this guy. Unfortunately, I didn't leave too much defense at the middle. So now the skeletons kinda swarmed me there. Also, this is the biggest mistake I think in this whole game that I made. And that is that now I'm heavily struggling with food. I'm 200 in minus because I just lost so many workers everywhere. I started making some new farms, but they didn't finish yet. And my whole army is starving, basically every single Muncher here, with few exceptions. And he's coming here with full healthy army. And I will take this fight. If I didn't take this and retreated to the middle and waited there, and actually I'm also late with the rage. I'm not even fighting now, not sure what I was doing here. Yeah, now I finally started fighting, but it was maybe like 8 seconds of me not fighting there. Definitely lost some HP there for nothing. But if I went to the middle, waited for the food to recover, because I don't think he would attack me soon enough for me to still be in the food problem. And I could also buy some more potions there, if my army didn't have potions. Then it would be way better. I wouldn't lose all of these units. Here I didn't even kill him, I think. Some knights still survived, and of course they will have really good levels after all of these kills. He also farmed lots of resources from it. He's getting ton of resources from all of these fights, that is why he has so many units. Master Noise came, but right after I lost everything, so now he's also gonna lose everything because of these knights that just gained the levels. And now it is also really difficult because I actually don't have too many resources, because I didn't get too many kills here. So I was in this situation that I lost lots of workers here because of the undeads. Because I didn't leave my Munchers here to protect the middle bases during the night. And at the same time I lost the fight where I went with my Munchers. So now I have like 10 Munchers here. The thing is that I have like another maybe 40 Munchers or 60 in my base. But I totally forgot about them. So at this point I thought that this is my last army. And I'm fighting here, and I knew that he has the level, so he will just kill me even if I cast the rage here and buy some potions. It just won't be enough, and he will totally decimate my Munchers. And I actually thought that it's GG at this point. but fortunately I will eventually realize that I have a huge army at home and we will be able to somehow push the enemy back. But as you can see, I'm producing still a ton of Munchers, but since I have only level 1 and he has level 3 knights here, and of course heals as well, supported by some archers, it's just too strong to actually do anything about it. Fortunately now Master Moist came to help me a little bit, but even when we have such a big advantage in terms of amounts of units, it's still such a hard task to get through the knights. As you can see, they are just not dying. Not a single knight died here, I think, and they just killed maybe like 40 units totally easily. At least we are able to get on the archers here. That's the only thing we can kind of kill. But yeah, now this is the problem. He's coming with a new whole army of knights. This wouldn't be actually a problem for the Munchers I created. We would easily deal with that. That's level 1 against level 1. And with Enrage I should be able to deal with that. But here he just totally destroyed us. Yeah, you can see the power of the levels here. He didn't even have potions, but level 3 knights with heals against anything else than other knights or Munchers with those levels is just totally insane. You can't do anything against that. So they managed, I mean the white player managed to destroy my middle bases, take the control of the map here. He also got lots of kills there, so ton of resources. You can see he's sitting on ton of resources while also having 1900 food. I have only 1300. Master Moist is on 500. Urakar 600. Yeah, so right now he's definitely in the best position. Now I finally found out that I have these Munchers. I think he is probably really surprised now that I have such a big army. And I just let him take this whole base, because if I send this here before, it would be really easy. Also these Munchers will, at least some of them have some levels probably from the night kills. I wanted to actually take this base, but Master Moist took it, which is totally fine. I just didn't know if he wanted to take it, so I sent my workers there because I didn't have any other place where to send them. But yeah, this is totally fine. We just need the resources for our team. Doesn't really matter who actually uses them. We can produce the same units, so that's totally fine. I'll place only this one outpost with some units. They cannot really get killed like this without ranged units, or I mean with Munchers or knights you cannot really kill them. But they are totally useless there. I mean, they are a little bit annoying if you want to walk through here, but outside of that they are not a threat. Urakar doesn't have any more income. He's just sitting here with some defense, but he's not a threat anymore, so it's mainly me and Master Moist against the white player now. So we basically turned 2v3 v3 into 2v1, which is definitely a really good scenario. And now I just knew that if we wait too long he will take the middle. Fortunately he was still not taking it, not sure why. He has so many resources. Absolutely nonsense for him to take such a long time to take this. Also to not power build it with more peasants. But we decided to split push here. Master Moist went first. I didn't necessarily want to push into this narrow place, but fortunately I managed to catch some of his units up here. He had lots of knights that I totally slaughtered with my Munchers, gained some levels, resources and everything, and also alerted him that I could also attack from the top. So now he's in a really bad position because I can push him from two sides. Unfortunately, Master Moist lost everything there, and now he's also losing his expansion again because he doesn't have any more units, and he got slaughtered. And now I just knew, okay, I messed up by fighting him before with the hungry army. It was the worst possible move I could have done, and it probably lost us the game. But let's do one more thing, and this is the moment that would win us the game for sure. I just took half of my army and sent it into the enemy economy. Yeah, I just knew that I don't want to fight this. Yes, levels there, it's not gonna work. So if you don't have the numbers, you just have to win it with strategy. That is what I also said on the stream. And yeah, this is definitely the best move in the whole game that totally win us the game after I almost lost it with the decision before. So we slaughtered like half of his peasant at least, maybe even 60%. The remnants of them returned or retreated to the defensive structures. He's heavily starving now, so not even getting any value from this basically. Half of his army is retreating, the second half is standing in the middle. And now I knew that he has these knights here, good levels, he has more of them, no reason to fight them, so I just ran around them. But I knew that now he sent the strong part of his army away, which were the leveled up knights. So now I took my second army from the right side, because he thought probably that I took everything for the push, and pushed him in the middle with these Munchers. So totally slaughtering him, because he's level 1 here, he's starving, no chance. So I just destroy this half of his army, and now when he comes with the strong knights again, they are alone now. He doesn't have the support of the archers and the other units he had here. Also he is still starving. And I also farmed lots of levels on the units I just killed, so now the difference is actually not that big. And I finally also have some pretty decent army. He actually needed to use the heals for the HP he lost on the Starving and not the damage I dealt to him, so now he won't even have mana for any more heals, and we totally slaughtered him. So this was, I think, the best moment. He has 0 food income, no resources, only 1000 food. We are on the same food, but I at least have established economy. And now he needs to pump the resources to new workers, somehow try to remake the economy in the farms. Maybe he can try to launch another push, but he has no chance to push this with what he has. So we are immediately taking control of the middle, for which we should definitely have enough time before he recovers. Master Moise actually took one base now here as well. I'm guarding here. Actually, sorry, no, this is the Knights of the White player. So we just need to take this down and then we can also take that base. Of course, Knight again came, so we need to defend again. Master Moise think he has nothing, but now he has base in the middle, so I think he definitely has something. He doesn't have any units, of course, is what he meant. But before the skeletons get through these barricades, I think the night will end. And yeah, of course, now it was a huge slaughter of units, so there will be many skeletons. We need to prepare for that. And even with so many Munchers, it's actually quite difficult to defend from so many entrance positions. And also here, I should probably help Master Moise. We also need to clear this to take the base. I'm constantly getting pushed by skeletons in my main base as well. As you can see here, I have still some shadows. That's a mistake. I should definitely cover that. Also down here, I need to keep Munchers instead of some buildings. But in the middle, I was struggling a little bit. But I just sent so many workers here to power build immediately and start gathering the resources here, so we can get the advantage from it as soon as possible. This player is finally trying to somehow recover the economy, but still the income is nowhere near to what he needs. At least the archers are not starving for him anymore. Urakar doesn't really care about Knight. His defense is protecting him from all sides. Maybe down here actually something could be spawning, but he doesn't even have anything on these farms anymore. So those will just dissolve. And then he should be fine. Yeah, so Master Moise kinda lost the barricades here, but still one line is left there. And now he finally has some units to protect himself, so that's really good. In terms of my base, I definitely lost also workers here, but I'm producing new ones, sending them to the middle. Quickly gather the resources here. The biggest problem now are the skeletons that are totally destroying us in the middle from all sides. But at the same time, it's really good when there is so many skeletons attacking you. You are getting so many resources from it. That is actually really good. The White player is also trying to ride around the map with his knights, at least in front of his base, to farm some extra skeletons to gather resources. So that was definitely a smart move from him. But yeah, he's still struggling with the food a lot. He's not gathering at all. He has his workers, his peasants only on the farms. He should definitely redistribute them a little bit better so he doesn't lose these farms and also get more food from them. It was a mistake. We saw that outplayed, not outplayed, Potato actually left here. As I said, he had only the one outpost, so it wasn't too big of a deal. And yeah, I think now we somehow held the night. All the skeletons should be dead. He found some extra kills here. Maybe I'll lose this guy, not sure. Managed to escape on 8 HP, really good. More skeletons coming, not a problem, especially when we have some levels already. Refresh is basically one-shotting them. And yeah, now we are making a really strong infrastructure in the middle. I was pretty sure that we won't lose it again, because I just won't make the same mistake the second time. And also, by making some farms here, I make sure that I have diversified economy. So if, for example, the White player somehow got here and destroyed my economy, or the skeletons did, I will still have at least some food income in the middle. Also, we have some barracks here, so there's defensive positions if you want to use reserved bows, or just archers or cannons. And at the same time, it's some extra production buildings, more HP on the middle for the enemy to destroy, so it's just a really good idea. Here I sent one Muncher. Fortunately he had 2 knights there, but I had better level and mainly he was starving still, so it was a really easy kill for me. So now Master Moise can take this again, and he's taking this base, still with the starving knights. But I guess he's still producing. I think he should have just during the night make a second town hall in his main base to double produce the peasants. It will be probably more effective. Or even take this during the night, but he probably didn't want to commit to that, too big of a risk. And now I just knew that he has really strong defense. We saw that when I rushed on the enemy peasants. And I didn't really want to push into this without actually making sure that I have strong enough army to do that. So we are trying to drain all the resources in the middle to gain some advantage. I'm not sure if... Maybe I will take this eventually, or Master might not share, we will see. So yeah, now I took all of my Munchers. You can see I have 0 resources. I bought some potions now, even though it's definitely still not enough for every Muncher I have. We are on 1700. Yeah, he's 1500, he still has a really strong army. Fortunately now I have Master moves with 800, so it should be enough. He's saying we just go wide, which of course is the strategy. I mean, this was also a big mistake from him. He's building it only with 1 peasant. I understand that he wanted... Yeah, here I also scouted Urakar. I understand that he wanted the maximum value of all of his peasants on the food, which he's still not getting by not taking this farm, but okay. But I think it would be still better to just power build this. Maybe stay in minus with food a little longer, but eventually start producing peasants quicker, which will be better value. This took him forever to take, and yeah, of course I knew that he can make a base here, so I sent 1 scout here. Now I will find out about his base here. At the same time he sees my army here with the scouts, but now I know about this. So what does he do now? He doesn't have too many options. He knows that I am here, so he has to stay in his main base for defense. He even set up his cannons in a really weird angle. But at the same time I'm coming here because I scouted that, so he has to decide what to do. Unfortunately, few of my Munchers actually rushed into his main base. That was a mistake. But I was mainly focusing on this area to totally slaughter this, which will be really easy. You'll get lots of kills, some extra resources, and mainly stop this base, which is the most important part. Unfortunately, Master Moose decided to push here alone. He definitely didn't have strong enough army to push that, and I wanted to finish this, yeah, so it was a bit of a mistake. We kinda spread here instead of working together. We definitely didn't help too much, but Master Moose is finally taking this base as well, so we'll have even more resources. And here I just knew, okay, we saw on Master Moose's army that the enemy still has a really strong defense, so let's just repeat the same strategy as before. We just take all of our Munchers and we run through the enemy economy and slaughter his food infrastructure again. He was working on rebuilding his food infrastructure for like past 10 minutes, and now I will just slaughter it all over again, making him starve once more. Of course he's still getting some kills here, from which he will have some resources. But yeah, he's now on 700 food. I have almost 2000 full income in the middle, or 2 of them actually. And even though he still has these archers and everything, it just shouldn't really matter too much. I could have maybe taken now the Munchers and started destroying him from down here, one by one, but this is a really strong spot, yeah. Full castle, 3 barracks, it's just really hard to push with just Munchers, so I didn't really want to overcommit. We just slaughtered his economy. I felt like that was definitely enough. Yes, 3000 gold, probably. It will still take him forever to recover from this in terms of economy, and without economy, starving army won't push anything at all. So it was pretty simple. I'm immediately taking some workers from the middle because we are running out of gold here. So I want to take this base, sending at least 3 Munchers with me to first of all scout how much resources actually left here, and also for the protection, of course, both the white player and the night enemies. Not sure if it was at this point or later, but I will swap my army composition at least a little bit, because I just knew that pushing into this with Munchers is just not effective. So it will be just better to try something else. Right now he's still kinda starving, but he has decent food income. Actually, he managed to save lots of peasants on the castle, I believe, or somewhere else, not sure. It's actually kinda full of archers, but maybe here on the top tower. Master Moose is now taking the towers, which I told him to do because we'll have more map control, some vision, and mainly the enemy won't have vision if we are walking here, because he spotted my workers before, so now he most likely knows, if he was paying attention to the map, that I have this base. The thing is that he can't do anything about it. Of course, if he takes all of his knights now, he will push these 3 Munchers, but I will immediately push back, so then we can retake this. I don't have much defense at home now, but still few Munchers. Mainly keeping an eye on the shadow areas, even though here should be still some shadow areas. I need to definitely cover this. Would be nice to take the trees out first, but that's not too effective now. We'll have to deal with some skeletons there again, but the main area is at least full of vision now, which is really good. In the middle we have once again a really strong army of Munchers. 1700 food. White bear still starving heavily. Mastermoist doesn't have any defense either, that's a bit of a problem, but he should be fine, I guess. I think that the money, lack of money was the problem for him. Definitely for everyone. This base, I mean this map doesn't have too many bases, to be honest. We have 4 bases on the sides, and then 4 bases in the middle, plus the starting bases, which usually get drained before you kill anyone to take his base. Yeah, the white bear actually got the blue base, but outside of that, nothing really. And even the bases on the sides usually get somewhat drained. Yeah, for example, I gathered my whole base here myself pretty quickly, so no one could have gotten any value from that. Same Urakar here. These 2 bases are something we are kind of fighting for. But yeah, the main resources that are remaining for the late game are in the middle, and as you saw, it actually drained kinda quickly. Once again, struggling a little bit with the skeletons. Fortunately, there is not much gold left actually, so we won't lose too much value. Here I'm just defending with the 3 Munchers, also not the most effective thing, but it's somehow working. There is lots of skeletons once again, we slaughtered all the peasants there, some army as well, so still many skeletons spawning. This is insane army. Looks like Mastermoist is also struggling with food a little bit. Yeah, he has like 100 in minus. Similar to the white player. Not sure if he lost some workers on the farms or just made lots of units, but maybe just made lots of units. I don't see any empty farms. Skeletons now coming from the top, bottom. Fortunately not on the right side, but here they are coming from the top on the right side. On the left there is the enemy farming them, so we don't have to deal with them there. But this is really nice, yeah, we get lots of resources and levels from it, so I definitely don't mind it. Mastermoist has a little bit stronger army than the white player. And of course I'm way ahead, so together it shouldn't be a challenge anymore, we just need to... I mean, I saw the defense once again, yeah. When I pushed the villagers, so I just knew that we want to accumulate as strong of an army as we can. Now I think I maybe decided to go for a push, which definitely wasn't a smart decision. First of all, my army kind of splits here. Also Mastermoist is going with me and he's starving. And now you can see like 50 or 100 skeletons swarmed us here from the bottom, which was the biggest mistake. Fortunate. Actually, yeah, the white player rushed me here, so it was kinda good that half of my army went here. Fortunately, it's not really enough to push through these knights, even though they are starving a little bit. So I kind of have to wait for the rest of my army. Another army is here. So once again, a small mistake. Mainly Mastermoist lost some value here, but I guess he could have stayed there and defend against the skeletons while I push. But I think he thought that we are going for a final push to finish the game, which won't really be the case yet. But yes, here I should be able to somehow slaughter the knights. Unfortunately, he also got some kills there, which will be more resources for him. I also lost my workers there, so I'll have to remake that. And yeah, here we eventually slaughtered all the skeletons, but they definitely did some serious damage, mainly to the economy of Mastermoist on the right side. Now he's actually pushing on the white player. He's getting to the barracks even as shields on the warriors, which is really effective, but there's just so many units that it probably won't be enough. Also the white player is still producing new knights. Now I'm coming there with the Munchers. This is actually quite good, yeah, archers on the open field. Unfortunately he managed to run away from me, and now these barracks are open again, so maybe he will escape there, or to the castle actually, that is also still free to take. And I'm coming with lots of Munchers from all different sides, good levels, some potions there. But once again, yeah, not really worth it to try destroying all these buildings while getting shot by all the arrows there, so we just go for the economy for the first time. Maybe now I will destroy the castle, not sure. But you can see, I'm just dying. Yeah, the Munchers are falling. You can see all the dead guys here. It's just not effective. Need to push into this. I won't even finish the castle. I already lost maybe like 40 Munchers here and destroyed maybe 10 farms, so that definitely isn't the way of actually pushing this. It's just not effective for pushing such a strong defense. I mean, you can do it with knights potentially because the heals will keep you alive much longer against the arrows. But yeah, now he's starving, he can't really follow me. But as orcs, you just need cannons or at least warriors with shields. I actually decided to go on my workers here, so you just slaughter him, he cannot escape, so it is good. And Master Moose is saying he's going pure warriors. I also already killed my warriors before that, at least like 20 of them, so we have some decent army of shields to consume all the damage from the arrows and cannons. And then I will also try to make some cannons myself to siege him down with artillery mode. First I'm going for the shields upgrade, then starting the cannons. I think I'll already have the artillery ability. We got it before. I should start building some new forges here now, yeah. 2 more forges, so we'll have 3 in total. White player still trying something here, but Master Moose is nicely pushing him. Not even fighting him actually, but he could have killed him probably against the starving swordsman. He also has way more units. Urakar actually trying here something now. He has some knights. Probably made them from the resources he got from the neutral kills. Even though he wasn't farming them too much. Just whatever comes here, which is definitely not too many units. But when he saw Munchers, of course, he just retreated. He could have potentially been harassing my economy, maybe totally kill my whole economy actually, and make it much harder for me, but it probably wouldn't turn the game around. It would just take even longer for us to push the white player. I would need to remake the economy in the middle. It would just prolong the game, but I don't think he would win because he wouldn't get much resources from it. And yeah, I mean, if he was in a team with the white player, if it was a 2v5 or something, 2v6, then potentially. But he didn't have the knights before anyways. He had only archers, he had to farm the resources for this, so I don't think there was much potential for that. Also, I still have Munchers at home, so I would kill the knights. It was just if I would be able to catch them. We are trying to drain the last resources available here on the map. Something still here. I was mainly waiting for some of the cannons because shields are good, but they are so slow, it takes forever. As you can see, he doesn't have any more units actually, just a few units at home, no more strong defense, but we didn't really know that. We thought he still has the same thing, so I was just preparing some cannons. With all these warriors and Munchers, it should be really easy with that. But we already failed multiple pushes there. I lost lots of Munchers, so I just wanted to make sure that now I have the army that will actually push it, because there was no more resources available, so no reason to actually risk it. He was sieging me down a little bit here, so I just decided to take my Munchers and kind of delete him, even though he has like 4 times more units here. It won't really matter, because he's starving, we have very stronger units. And yeah, now Master Moose actually decided to go for the push finally. Everything is 1 HP basically, he's fully starving. He's got totally slaughtered. I didn't want to push yet, I wanted more cannons, but of course now it didn't really matter anymore and he actually surrendered. Now it's just Urakar. He has decent defense, at least he's not starving, so that will be a little bit harder to push, but now we already have the army composition to actually push this, so this won't be a problem anymore. If I still had only Munchers, it might not be ideal to push into this, but keep in mind that there is lots of peasants, which are weaker than level 3 archers, so it will be definitely easier to push anyways. I was kinda going here from the left, this open field, and then around the trees from one or the other side. While Master Moose was pushing from the top with his warriors. Here I saw that, okay, he has the barracks there, he has some archers on them, cannons. We don't necessarily need to just rush into that. We wait for the cannons at least to force him away from the barracks, not necessarily destroy them, but okay, Master Moose is actually going even from this side, from the right. Totally getting him from all sides. And now night is coming, so even though I have strong defense at home with lots of Munchers spread around my base, I didn't want to risk another night, so I just went for the push here. I took my warriors with shields, immediately rushed with the Munchers in between that, and cannons were aiming on the towers to, as I said, not necessarily kill him, but at least force him away. He didn't escape from it anyways, so maybe we'll kill something. Not sure. I was trying to spread the damage a little bit. It also does some damage to the barracks, making it even easier to take them down. And this should be pretty straightforward. We are ending on 2100 food. Master Moist, 1400 basically, so also really nice, yes. 4000 gold, 2000 wood. I have a little bit more, but also pretty similar. And we drained all the gold incomes in the end, so no more gold fields on the map at all. This should be the... No, actually there are some more buildings here. I might lose some cannons here to the skeletons, but I wasn't really paying attention to that anymore. Master is even farming some extra skeletons here. But yeah, the Munchers are now protecting my base pretty well. I left them there for like the last 2 nights or something. Just spread around my base how they defended it on one of the nights before, hoping that they would defend it the same way on the other nights. But during the game there was many nights when I definitely had lots of problems with the neutral enemies with such a big base. You can see the amount of farms and everything. So that was a bit of a problem from time to time, but overall we did that. Rakar surrendered, and there was the last player. And in 1 second we should be victorious. So yeah, insane game I would say, 1 hour long, 2v3v3. Let's check the results. So of course the guy who died first here, Overlander, had the least resources. Then this player who didn't have expansion, Potato had it for a while in the middle, but also overall was playing on 1 base mainly. These guys had 2 bases. Master Moist 2 bases plus then extra 2 in the middle. And I had the strongest economy by far. Also we had the most wood by far, which was also really nice, and I still spent it basically all. Munchers are actually quite expensive on this, so we also needed lots of lumber. Units trained, we had the most, but you can see that the difference is actually not that big. Master Mouse is right behind me, and also the white pair had a lot. And yeah, I mined most resources by far from everyone else, at least a little bit from Master Moist. We definitely had the most kills, over 1000. Second highest was White with half of that, and everyone else below 200. And we also got the most neutral kills, so I should definitely have way more resources overall than anyone else, but still the amount of units produced is not that high because I was pumping it all into the Munchers. So the amount of units wasn't that high, but of course the power of that army was insane, giving us also pretty good kill loss ratio with basically 2-to-1, so that was really nice. Strongest infrastructure by far, yeah, the huge base and everything, 60 buildings, way more than anyone else, and yeah, the neutral kills, the amount of skeletons in the middle was totally insane. Also we found a decent amount of camps and other things, so that definitely helped a lot as well. A really nice game, hope you enjoyed this, maybe you learned something. Mainly, I think the most interesting point there was, first of all, the mistake I made there. Don't fight with starving army, it's just totally useless. And I didn't even get rushed on the economy, I just lost it to the neutrals because I didn't have strong enough defense. To be honest, it would be probably worth it to invest some resources into more archers and just spread them around the base and not even worry about any night defense during the whole game. But I was just trying to go for full Munchers. Just now in the end I made few cannons and warriors. But overall, yeah, that was definitely the biggest mistake. I lost the mid base there, and if I didn't have all the Munchers at home, we'd probably lose the whole game. But fortunately, right after that I did the best move there, which was to rush the enemy economy, totally turning it around, and that was definitely really important. So definitely hope you can take something from this, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.